The man you see below, walking through the wilderness, is Mikey Allen. He's an ex-veteran who returned from the Middle East with PTSD and has spent the last 2 years building a cabin upon a mountaintop in South Wales, carrying hundreds of tons of stone from distant quarries and the riverbed deep in the valley below. With this grand endeavour, he's created a space for individuals to reset, reflect and be at one with nature, while providing various forms of physical and mental health training for anyone to be a part of. Into the future, in the summer months, the cabin will grow further and a team alongside it. You can see the history of the build and follow Mikey's journey at endexcymru.org. That's endexcymru.org.
We're aware that during the COVID times there's been many suicides, particularly between a younger generation than what we're used to seeing. So we're hoping to provide the rugby club coaching staff with these qualifications and knowledge and understanding of signposting and recognising symptoms. Because I kind of see rugby clubs as a support group for males that are already pre-packaged and they run themselves and they're great and they're doing the fitness and it is what it is. But more awareness needs to be amongst them, and if through my efforts that can be achieved, then I really can be a happy man. Somebody asked me once how I've managed to achieve everything I have with Endex with my problems, and the best way I can describe it is like myself being the king on a chessboard. This might sound great, but the reality of the king being on the chessboard is a lot of people want to take him down, and he can only move one space at a time, and without the other pieces around him he's very vulnerable. So I've always been very appreciative to the people that have helped me, very appreciative to my girlfriend, my partner, and to my family for showing me all the support that they have. Going back over the years, I've reached out to the services at hand many times, and what I found is, particularly going back a couple of years ago, you go to the doctors, they ask the worst possible questions for 10-15 minutes. I'd find myself re-triggered with no response going forward. I'd be feeling suicidal going back to my car. If I did get to an assessment crisis team, what I kind of found was they were literally asking the same questions off a piece of paper time and time again, and it'd be different people asking the same questions. And for myself at the time, getting these appointments was stressful enough, and to go through that re-triggering, the best way to describe it would be like a starving dog coming into town looking for scraps of food and going to the butchers and getting kicked. If that dog just gets kicked time after time after time, he stops going to butchers. It was the same for myself. I felt every time I'd gone there, I was getting kicked. And for my own well-being and survival, unfortunately at the time I felt best just not to be involved with the doctors or GPs. I am now very, very grateful for my counsellor. She's a wonderful woman and I trust her, and I do make the most of every counselling session. And if I had to give advice to somebody with mental health concerns, it would be to get professional help. But if you've got the resources to go private, find somebody you trust. Have faith in the process, don't rush it. Take your time. Be aware of your emotional responses. If you find your anxiety's getting risen, starting to breathe faster, talk faster, stop, have a breather, take time, ground yourself, and come back to the problem at a later date, of discussion at a later date. There's no need to rush through. These sensitive talks. The best thing you can do is talk calmly, positively, and try to look for solutions. And always try to keep your eyes going forward. Respect the past, but always look forward. So again, my name is Michael Allen for Endexcomry.org, and thank you very much for your time.
Since the cabin's completion, we have provided over 2,000 wellbeing experiences, bringing qualifications in mental health, first aid and dry stone walling, running meditation, yoga and fitness classes to special needs children and adults, veterans, families, NHS and frontline staff, bereaved families, support groups, youth, elderly, sports teams and local communities, all taking the scenic hike in the beautiful Welsh hillsides to reach the rustic cabin built from the resources hand collected off the land. To date, Mike has not received any grants, but instead raised £2,800 to provide all these wellbeing and mental health opportunities. Please visit endexcomry.org and support Mike, bringing not only awareness, but progress.